episode 14 of Riders of Berk. This is actually one of my favorite episodes out of the entire franchise. It's really good, excellent storytelling. What do you think?
Did a good job of finally introducing the Whispering Death.
Yeah.
I mean, they touched on it in the first movie with the book, but...
That was it, and now we finally have it. And
yeah, them and the several others so far that were in the book that they've introduced.
Yes, Skuldrin and
yeah,
Thunderdrum. Yeah, so this is very good. They gave it an excellent introduction episode.
Yeah.
It's very good. I couldn't really catch anything wrong with it.
Yeah. They brought in the trust again. That's very important in a dragon relationship.
This is a lot better than the Terrible Twos, which it sort of took from and changed it.
Yeah.
I had a couple callbacks to previous episodes. In Dragons We Trust and what else? That's really the main one.
Yeah.
But I have nothing but praise for this episode. Very well written. Cinematography, very well done. Got some nice action scenes. It would overall create a very creepy atmosphere.
Yeah.
But I can't really say anything bad about it. I mean, I would watch it.
The only thing they could have done a bit more on was Toothless Wound.
Oh yeah.
Because I mean, he got stabbed, and then they just pulled it out. There was no blood, there was no wound. He was fine. I mean, he didn't scream when Hiccup removed it.
So.
I mean.
But then again, kids show, you can't really show blood. I mean, even in the second movie, when the Bewilderbeast got impaled,
there wasn't blood. Hiccup lost his foot, there wasn't blood.
So, Toothless, when he lost his tail fin, no blood.
Yeah.
Severe lack of gore, which is detracts from the believability.
Yeah.
But I can look past that because this is a great episode. There's some comedy, not very much.
Yeah, it's mostly
from the twins, essentially.
Tough Nut wants to really pet the Whispering Death.
I would love to see him try.
Yeah. And Fish Legs being the baby.
Several times. So this is one of my favorite episodes because, along with the great animation and great storytelling, it's great overall. There's nothing bad about it, really.
Yeah.
You can't go wrong. If you want to just watch one episode, watch this one.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing I can say about it that wouldn't praise it. Because they gave the Whispering Death a great appearance, great design. The creepy environment they made was
suspense.
The suspense was great. This is the most suspenseful episode so far.
They did the hackneyed I can't reach, but
yeah.
Then again, the disabled kid was stuck in a hole, so it's not his fault he can't jump anymore. I mean, his prosthetic wouldn't really allow him to jump.
Yeah, he'd be using one foot. So
yeah.
We can look past that.
Yeah.
However, the fact that he was lifting fish legs.
Yeah, that's
a bit of a stretch.
Yeah. It would have been easier because Hiccup's shorter than Fish Legs. Fish Legs could have been pulled out. He would have been able to reach, so they should have done it opposite, but...
plot convenience, I guess.
Yeah.
And some comedy from Mulch and Bucket.
Oh yeah. They're adorable.
This whole episode was basically building off of Tremor.
Especially with the sheep stealing. That was a thing in Tremors. Like, specifically, there was a farmer with sheep, and all his sheep were gone.
Just some blood and wool in that first movie.
Head, because it went for the farmer, too.
That's right. Yeah, but
I gotta get that filter cover for the
other aside from that, we can't really.
I'll be able to get that someplace like
It's a great episode.
Yeah.
The Tremors nods were obvious, but well placed.
The creature itself was sort of tremor-like, except for the fact that it lacked a secondary mouth on its tongue.
Yeah, but then again, I think that
They
would
replaced that with 6 rows of rotating teeth,
which worked well.
which works well for a burrower. I mean, it
can dig through.
Plows. Yeah, it's basically a drill bit.
Yes, and although I think if they put on feeding tentacles from the graboids, that might be infringing on copyright.
Yeah.
So they had a unique twist. They went with it, and it worked very well. And the design, when I first saw this episode, it creeped me out.
Yeah, I mean the eyes are really creepy.
Yeah.
But that's because it's got eyes made for underground. And
Yes. And just milky white with some red in them.
yeah, and its eyesight too.
Yeah, the point of view shots were very well done.
Yeah.
That helped add to the whole creepy atmosphere. I think this is the scariest episode so far.
Especially with its targeting, like its ability to target specific
individual
hiccup.
So
There aren't many predators out there that actually target the way this creature targeted. So.
yes, I mean, but then again, dragons are shown to be more intelligent than the average predator. So
Yeah.
very good episode. This is one of my favorite episodes. I actually would love to have this dragon as a pet if it wouldn't eat me.
Yeah, that would be the big key. If it wouldn't eat you.
Yeah, because I'd love to see them actually try to train it. Imagine them taking this up against Alvin.
That would be scary. Awesome too.
Yeah. See, building off of our last video, put this in a live-action remake.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
Then I would be really scared.
Yeah, they'd probably push it into like R territory, rated R.
Yeah, then be like.
At least PG-13.
Yeah, sci-fi horror right there. Just.
Yeah. Scarier than Jurassic Park.
Yeah, it'd be like borderline Alien.
Oh yeah.
With the mouth deal.
Oh yeah,
that would be creepy.
That, yeah. In a future episode, it's basically a nod to the Alien franchise. But that's towards the end, and this is episode 14, so we only have like 6 more episodes to go for this first season.
Cool.
So we're really plowing through these.
Yeah.
But then again, we're having a lot of fun doing it. It's a great series. This is... What do you think overall?
Good.
Yeah, I would love to see this thing in a live-action thing. It would really push the boundaries of what like CGI could do, because doing it in this style of animation is really good. And if they made it that creepy initially in a kid cartoon, which is actually this is actually really pushing it for a kids cartoon. Seeing it in a live action thing, like even for a few seconds, that'd be terrifying.
Yeah.
And at one point, it actually did feel like Alien, because when they were down in enclosed in the tunnel, you could actually feel how tight it was.
Yeah.
And that's part of what Aliens did very well. Yet dark, creepy.
It came out of nowhere. They also had a bit of a Harry Potter moment with the basilisk scene. I mean, they were standing off to the side, and it's just like, don't make any noise, I can hear you. But they didn't throw rocks.
I've never seen any of the Harry Potter movies except like one.
You're missing out.
I have dragons in my life.
There are dragons in Harry Potter.
Are they like these dragons?
They're pretty awesome. The one at Gringotts is amazing. The poor thing.
I will look into it.
Goblet of Fire had some amazing dragons. They had to duel the dragons. That was crazy. Hagrid tries to raise a baby dragon. That was adorable.
I will look into it.
You need to watch the rest. Not to mention the fact that it's just awesome. There's a really big snake. Nagini.
This, you actually did say that this did look like a snake with a large head.
Yeah, it did. It looked like a snake with a large head, and it conveniently had some wings and spikes.
Yeah, and the
but
spike.
It was very snake-like.
Yeah. And
especially with how it moved.
Yeah.
Underground, it moved like a snake.
Yeah, I think that's what added to the creep factor, because snakes don't really move like any other animal.
Their fluidity is just.
And I think that taps into our human primal things.
Yeah, I mean,
humans are instinctively scared of snakes.
Snakes and spiders, yeah. It's the way they move because it's just unnatural to us that it creeps us out.
Yeah.
Like on a primitive to unconscious level.
Yes, I think that's part of how we evolved.
Yeah. It's like a part of our subconscious. The fear of
it's instinct. It's instinctual because where we evolved over in Africa, there's a lot of dangerous snakes over there. Mm-hmm. And that's no surprise that we can tap into that with things that move in a snake-like fashion. Mm-hmm. So, a very good way to tap into that. Great job, DreamWorks. The Whispering Death is very good. It can throw its spines from any part of its body.
Which is sort of like tarantulas can do that with their hair.
That's right, yeah.
They can fling their hair in any direction from off their body, which is crazy irritating and scary.
Yeah.
So this is a large-scale version of that. And then
and
it burrows underground. It has 6 rows of rotating teeth.
With an extra row on the outside that makes a cage.
Yeah. Some creepy bug eyeballs and snake-like movement. Its entire body is covered in spines.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just...
And that partially plays into the whole spiky...
And then the sound it makes.
Oh,
the whisper is really creepy because it's low, it's high-pitched, and...
Kind of like with Alien and Tremors. Yeah. You hear it and it's like, oh God.
We're all gonna die.
Why aren't you slapping me to snap me out of this?
Yeah.
I'm scared too, Bucket.
Yeah.
Great comedy from those two.
Yeah.
The design sticks with me. I want a poster of it in my room. That'd be great to have. Because this is one of my favorite dragons out of the whole series. They did it very well. And the other dragons that were introduced were mostly put in very well. I mean, they were well integrated. For the most part, believable, except for Typhoomerang.
Yeah, the neck was the biggest issue with Typhoomerang.
But this one is very believable. It looked like a land-based gulper eel.
Yeah.
As we said with the Skuldron, it has a large head and a skinny body, and this looked fairly similar.
And the overbite.
Yeah, the overbite would help add into the whole creep factor.
Yeah.
This is amazing. I'm actually surprised that they allowed this to air because it's so terrifying. It's pushing rating limits for kids. I mean, they're putting their characters in actual mortal danger. Mm-hmm. I mean, in previous kid shows, the characters are not in danger. It may seem like they are, but they're not. You want to compare My Little Pony?
Yeah. There's technical danger sometimes in My Little Pony.
Yeah, technical. But with friendship, everything's happy. No.
It's not always happy.
No.
It's not.
Yeah, even with friendship. I mean, look at Hiccup and Toothless in this episode.
And Toothless was like, get away from me.
Yes, and... This is the... I don't really like My Little Pony for that reason. It glazes over real-world issues, and this actually taps into some.
Yeah.
I mean, it shows sort of what can happen if kids hold grudges. I think that's the actual message. Don't hold grudges. And there may be other messages. If
Learn to
depending-
help each other, trust each other.
Yeah, depending on how you interpret it, but that's my
I
main.
mean,
That's how I gather it.
Hiccup making himself fall off a cliff for Toothless to go, oh yeah, I kind of need my human.
Yeah, and that was a great callback to In Dragons We Trust.
Mm-hmm.
Did you catch any other callbacks?
Well, there's callbacks to the first movie with Snotlout making horrible jokes about Toothless being able to fly without Hiccup. Gee, I wonder who did that.
Whose fault is that again?
Yeah, and then Astrid
He does it
giving
twice.
Yeah.
So.
Astrid's response is good though.
Yeah. That was a great callback. It was a great callback, but it was terrible.
Yeah.
Way to go, it's not loud. Making us hate you. No.
I'm not good enough. Okay.
But yes, overall, I can't say anything but praise for this episode. We're gonna hit 20 minutes again, aren't we?
We don't have to, we can stop it.
Yeah, but do you have any cons? I mean, all we said are pros, but anything you didn't like?
Just the wound issue.
Yeah.
That was really it.
I can't say anything more other than that. I mean, we talked about the design of the Whispering Death, the creepy scenes, some nods it gave. Now that you pointed out the alien reference, I'm gonna see that from now on every time I watch it.
Yeah.
But this is very good. I mean, I actually like all of the nods that this series is giving various movies.
I mean, the pop culture kind of can't really.
It's building off of them, and I also think that since Spielberg helped found DreamWorks, that they might view some of his movies like Jaws.
Yeah, that was definitely in there with the
Golden.
Yeah.
Indiana Jones, that was a good nod.
Yeah.
Well, Tremors. Frankenstein a little bit.
Yeah, with the angry mob. But it's kind of a cliche since Frankenstein with the angry mobs and grab your torch and pitchfork.
Except they didn't have pitchforks; they just had torches.
Yeah, they're not really pitchfork people because the most farming they do is cabbages, from what we've seen.
But we've only seen Mildew's farm.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's other farms. I'm pretty sure she's not the sole supplier of cabbages.
Well, they don't really need hay because they don't have horses.
Yeah.
And the other animals graze from the fields.
So
that's not really. They don't need pitchforks. Pitchforks are mostly used for moving hay. And
other things like that.
Dung.
They might just throw the dung, get a shovel, throw it in the ocean or something.
No, they use it in the field now.
Yeah.
To grow the cabbages.
No, they use dragon dung for that.
Yeah.
No, did the first episode. This is. I think we should just cut this off here.
Yeah.
We have 6 more episodes to go for this first season. We're gonna get to those at some point. Don't know when.
Yeah.
But great episode. Great way to wrap up this session. Let's just end it here. You want to click it? I have a cat.